Hi, I'm Lance Armstrong, and I have a little update for you. Cancer will impact 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women in their lifetimes. It is devastating, and it is pervasive. In fact, every year, 1.3 million Americans are diagnosed with cancer. Thankfully, through the work of grassroots groups like the Heroes Foundation and people like Vince, Cindy, and all of you there, you're no longer sitting on the sidelines. You're starting to change the way this country views and fights cancer. Thank you for attending tonight's An Evening of Heroes Gala. Thank you for taking action to fight this disease. Together, we'll continue to make a difference. Live strong.
The day that we found out that I had cancer, we were actually meeting with a doctor from a different health system here in Indianapolis, and it wasn't a real warm experience. It was, you have something that's wrong, we know that it's cancer, we need to get you in for some more tests. So we walked out of that doctor's appointment, and the first thing my wife and I did when we got in our cars was cry, because you're told that you have cancer, and the first thing we thought is, how long do I have to live? How serious is this? We really didn't know. So we did our hugs and kisses and told each other that it would be okay. We went home. I remember going down to the basement by myself and spending probably 10 minutes just, letting my emotions flow. And I did that for 10 or 15 minutes, and then just realized or decided that, okay, that's it. Now the fight's on, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna fight this thing, and we're gonna get better, and we're gonna get through it.
In October, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, which came as a bit of a surprise. It came up in a routine mammogram. Thank God for good technicians and doctors who saw the shadow, went for an ultrasound, and for a biopsy immediately. And I'm very fortunate. I have a very small tumor, I had a very small tumor, that is estrogen receptive, and therefore I don't need chemotherapy. I have just finished my radiation a week ago and am on a hormone therapy that is part of a trial at IU.
And it impacts us all. When I first went into my infusion the very first day, and I walk into the room and we're all, see all the patients lined up in the chairs. I believe there was a girl who was in her teens. There was a guy my age in his mid-40s. There was a big burly fireman. And there was a woman in her 80s on a cell phone running her own business. And it dawned on me then that this thing impacts everybody. So it's, I'm 46, statistically non-Hodgkin's lymphoma infects males who are 57 or older. Statistics don't matter.
I have 3 friends at the hospital. One's name is Dustin, one's name is Dean, and the other is Ray, and they all have cancer.
Currently I'm now 31 years in remission from ALL leukemia. I was diagnosed at age 2, and shortly after diagnosed I went into remission and been in remission ever since. After about the first 10-15 years worth of treatment, I've just had to pay attention to annual checkups related to blood work, and ever since then I've been among the healthiest members of my family.
About a year to the day after I had completed my treatment for my initial diagnosis, I was re-diagnosed with recurrent testicular cancer. So you know, at that point, I'm asking myself, you know, what's it going to take to beat this thing, and am I going to have the positive attitude, you know, the second time around that I had the first time around? And you know, the healthcare professionals and again the different programs that are offered through the IU Cancer Center pretty quickly answered that question for me, that yes, you know, we're going to get you through this. We're going to give you the best programs available to help you get through it. You know, it's not going to be an easy battle, but it's something that you're going to get through, and you're going to be fine, and you're going to walk out of here a cured person.
You know, when you're going through it, there are a lot of it that is all about you. It's about the treatment for you. Here's what you're going to do. Here's what you're not going to do. But, you know, mentally for me, it's not my time. I'm not giving up. And I want to be there. I want to go through retirement with my wife. I want to see my boys grow up to be men. And I want to see my daughter walk down the aisle. That was my motivation.
Cancer is like a stomach punch for somebody who's never been hit in the stomach. It's the kind of thing that, you know, literally if you're sprinting through life, it's the kind of thing that can halt you on a dime. It makes you stop everything that you're doing. It makes you reevaluate your fight. It makes you reevaluate your life, and you know, hopefully the lucky ones are able to prioritize what's important in their life, get their cancer cured, and not forget what they've been through.
Kids that were treated around the same time I was at Riley, and they're the same kids that I attended Camp Little Red Door with and so forth, and all the ones that were in that same group with me, unfortunately there's not one still left today. So kind of hurts to know that some of those kids that I grew up with and went through the same treatments, just they didn't make it. So I consider myself pretty lucky.
Well, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer in August of 2005, and you know, one of the first things we wanted to do is communicate out to our friends to let them know that we'd be going through a tough time, and you know, certainly would appreciate their support. And through that communication with some friends, it came across the desk of Vince Todd, who had been through treatments himself previously, and Vinny had reached out to me, and I knew he had gone through treatment for cancer. I wasn't real close to his story, but certainly knew Vinny from college, and you know, certainly appreciate him reaching out to me, made me aware of the Heroes Foundation and the program Complete Life, which the Heroes Foundation helps to fund, and I knew that going into prior to my treatment, which was a godsend.
The interesting thing is that if you go on the website of the Heroes Foundation, and through a friend of mine, Vince was able to actually email Close the Door Behind You, the poem that's on the website. And the thing that, the real message of the poem is that you're not going to tread on my spirit, you're not going to take my soul. And when you're going through a fight like this, your medical condition is in the hands of the doctors, but the one thing that we can control is the spirit. And the attitude, and those type of things, the things that help you mentally and physically, be it music therapy or massage therapy, whatever it is, to help the head. Because to this day, despite all the drugs that I took during that 18-week period, what went on up here was probably the best medicine that I gave myself. And if you go through the Complete Life program and you work through the people that can help down at the IU Cancer Center, they help the mind and the spirit as well as the body, and that's why they're so unique. There is hope, and we are beacons of hope, and those that are attending tonight, who has given generously to the Heroes Foundation, to the Complete Life program, are really giving people hope. And they are all part of a warm blanket somewhere. As you mentioned, I think 3 out of 4 families across the country will be impacted by cancer. We live long enough, we're all going to be impacted by it. So it's something that is there. We're all going to have to deal with it. And you know, I've attended the event several years, and just looking at the expressions of people's faces, and the fact that the group that attends is a very young group. When I first came to the gala, I was impressed, shocked, and also impressed how young a group it was. But at the same time, I felt the love and just the energy of people around Vince and his family and his mission and our mission to help people with cancer. And the interesting thing is, all the money that's donated tonight and all the love and caring that goes on will directly impact people's spirit and their mind and their health.
I can tell you firsthand that I was able to benefit from some of the programs that this money, you know, directly benefited. There are going to be people not only from here locally in Indianapolis, but people that travel into, you know, our world-renowned cancer center that are going to look to the programs that are offered through the Complete Life. So, you know, while we're a small local group today, every dollar that we bring in is certainly going to help all of the people that come in from the United States or around the world, you know, fight their disease, fight their cancer.
This is a medal that I got when I finished my treatment, and on the back it says, "A victory for today, a challenge for tomorrow."
To everyone in the room who is attending this event and who will in the future support it, I would say thank you. And also for them to understand that when you have a sick child or you yourself are ill, your friends say, "What can I do to help?" And there's not a lot other than maybe a dinner here or some other things like that. But everybody who's attending this event is helping in a very tangible and wonderful way. And for everyone else who is, like me, a cancer patient or a cancer survivor, never give up hope.
Love